Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Driving with Mitch. Pulled over on the side of the road so the phone doesn't shake like crazy. Oh wow, what a wild ride the last 2 days have been. I've been getting a lot of Facebook messages, friend requests, shares of my videos. I think I've got an extra 250-ish subscribers on YouTube. So thank you to all the new people and welcome. It's been a wild ride. There's the first webinar that I've done in probably 6 or 7 months. I did today about crypto. Last webinar I did was on other businesses I was working on, and I've kind of been having a bit of a rest from webinars. So it was a nice experience because I forgot how much I enjoy doing them. I ended up spending. I projected that I'd spend about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I ended up spending just shy of 3 hours on this webinar, with the second half of it being 100% about Bitcoin Cash and why I believe what's happening is just the beginning. We've realized 150% ROI in 2 days. My portfolio has gone from what was it at, for about 70,000 total. It's currently sitting at just shy of 140,000, and then that's because I've got like a large chunk of my profit sitting in altcoins, and then I've got right now I have about 93 Bitcoin Cash, with that alone being worth close to $100,000. The numbers are kind of all over the place because my exchange account, CoinSpot, has a kind of 5 to 10% inflated price, but whereas the app that I keep track of all my coins has a more realistic price that's normally like between 5 and 10% down. But anyway, I've made a lot of money in the last couple of days. And this webinar, I talked about all of the reasons why I think this is just the beginning, and why what we're seeing right now is about to really explode in a good way on the 20th of August US time, and then the 25th of August US time. So we're in kind of the first wave. I think we have another 2 waves to go. A lot of people have been asking me, is it a good time to buy? And as I always say, do your due diligence, do your own research. Don't just take what I say as gospel. I have predicted something by doing my research, not by staring into a crystal ball and going, what is the Bitcoin Cash going to do today? So I'm really sure of this because I've done my research, and I'm continuing to do it. But in saying that, I bought another 20 coins today for myself. I bought 10 at I think 950 or 945, and then I bought 10 at about 850, 845. So people are asking me, like, do I think it's up from here? And the answer is, well, I'm still buying. So I'll let you come to kind of your own conclusion on that one. I'm blown away by this. I've never really experienced something like this before, especially with trading. I've never really done a lot of foreign currency trading, or high frequency trading, or options, or CFDs, or anything like that. And this is all very new to me. So a big part of what I'm doing right now is like trying to keep my ego in check and make sure that I don't get too excited about the gains, because the more that I read, the more that I speak to other traders, the more I realize that the ups are the part where you need to stay the most grounded, and it's the downs that you need to be like 10 times more grounded. But you have to have a certain mindset to come out of it, and come out of it in a good way, because we're in a place right now where there is a ridiculous market activity around a Bitcoin Cash, and a very large chunk of it, almost 50% of the last 24-hour trading volume, according to CoinMarketCap.com, is coming from Korea. And the fact that Koreans are really pushing this and trading it like crazy, and you can see from the graphs kind of go like this. They go up a little bit, and then they're realizing profit, they go across, and then they go up a little bit more, they're realizing profit, and we're kind of seeing this like Elliott wave theory, three or so ups, and then we have a kind of a little bit of a down, and then we start to see the ups go again. So there's a lot you can tell from looking at the graphs and from looking at the marketplace. And the thing, I guess, that's the most interesting about everything that's going on is a lot of people are saying like, how did you predict this and how did you see this? And it's not so much that I predicted. I just saw that all the information and put it together and saw what was going to happen based on that. So predicting it is kind of the wrong terminology to use. It's more like I made a calculated bet based on what I could see in the marketplace. And I find it really interesting that a lot of the big cryptocurrency news outlets like Coinbase and Cointelegraph and all these big ones that get thousands or tens of thousands of viewers per article that they post or blog post that they post are starting to write articles and blog posts explaining exactly what I've been talking about in videos for the last 7 to 10 days. And that's where I kind of find it funny, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy when it gets to this point. By mainstream media outlets starting to talk about it means that it's starting to hit the mainstream, and once it hits the mainstream, that's when it will be adopted by the masses. And that's kind of what I'm waiting for in the next wave. Like, we've gone up 150% in just shy of 48 hours, and now the mainstream media outlets are getting on board, and it's getting publicity, and they're breaking down in all of these blog posts exactly what I've been talking about mining, about the potential coin chain death which Bitcoin could possibly face if everything's going the way that I'm expecting it to. And then finally, because it's a primary coin, and there's multiple reasons behind this, but mainly because it's a primary coin, you can't have two primaries. You can't have two Bitcoins. So it's only a matter of time before Bitcoin Cash dies and my position completely closes itself out, and I've lost some money, or the opposite happens and Bitcoin Core closes out, and I use that word on purpose, Bitcoin Core. It closes out and Bitcoin Cash becomes the new standard. One of the things I talked about on the webinar was around the white paper written back in 2008, 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. And the headline of the white paper kind of sums up in a nutshell what Bitcoin Cash has been engineered to do. And what that is peer-to-peer electronic cash. And that's originally what Bitcoin was created for. It was supposed to be a way for people to transact with one another without involving any central bank. And that's how it started, but it has been morphed and manipulated and pushed around and modified and changed, and now it doesn't actually match the white paper. Whereas the alternate coin, which is Bitcoin Cash, it matches it more than ever. So yeah, as always, go and do your research and go and look at all the references that I've just mentioned in this video. There's heaps of information on the internet, and there's also a lot of information around the mainstream media outlets that are starting to pick this stuff up. So I'm really excited here. From here on out, the webinar went really well. We had 20 people on live. I sold all 10 positions, and I'm sure that there was a number of people on the webinar that have been acting on these free videos that I've been doing on YouTube. One of them, between two people, have realized about 12,000 in profit just in the last 3 or 4 days, which is just phenomenal. That's why I keep doing these videos, and I get excited about it. A lot of perception of me is that I'm a bit of a douchebag and an asshole, but there's nothing that gives me more gratitude and happiness and makes me feel humble, and being able to share what I can see with others and then them making profit from it. So in saying that, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook or via YouTube by subscribing. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I'm getting a lot of feedback from people. They want me to start speculating on other coins, which I want to wait until this kind of next 7 days or so is through before I start really focusing on other things, because I know that there's continually more information coming out, and constantly I want to keep checking my position and making sure that I'm in the right position. But I will do you this, and what this is if I get to the point where I feel or can see from my research that there is going to be a big correction, or that everything is going to go the opposite way, I'll make a video and I'll post it to YouTube, and it's free of charge. That's just me kind of getting some good karma out there from the universe. So As always, thanks so much for all the support, the likes, subscribe, shares. Please share this video with people, share it in groups on Facebook, share it with people who might get benefit from it, and most importantly, take action and remember to hodl, which is a funny little thing that's coming out of the cryptocurrency space. That's a drunk guy meant to write hold, and he wrote hodl, HODL. So remember to hodl. Thanks guys, see you soon.